What is it like to be a full-time YouTuber? Not the ones with dozens of employees and millions of dollars, but a small creator still early in their career who is trying to figure it out. Like this guy. Well, it's now been exactly 1 year since I decided to fully commit to my channel, and about 40,000 subscribers and 6 million views later, I thought it would be interesting to share my experience and document an entire week exactly as it happened. The good, the bad, the exciting, the stressful, and everything in between. Enjoy. That sunrise though. Hello, hello. The sun is rising and so should I, because today it's going to be a busy day. I am filming a silly little joke with a dog that's coming into the apartment, and I'm building a little office setup for it. I have no clue if it will work, but it makes me giggle, so I really want to try at least. I like starting every morning with a physical to-do list about everything that I want to do during the day. That way I can hold myself more accountable. It is more satisfying to check boxes off, or in the evening I can feel awful about myself for not having done everything that I wanted to do. It's a bit of a gamble, but it's worth it when it works. Yeah. And to help with that, I have this calendar right above my desk, and its only purpose is to help me realize that I have much less time than I actually think. I do need to go out to buy some props for what we're filming today, but before that happens and the store is open, I will try to get about an hour or two of editing. I usually prefer to edit for a longer period of time without interruptions, but you know, an hour is still an hour, so. Imagine staring into that beautiful face all day. You'd be lucky. I'm so tired of looking at it. Jesus. Yeah, here's the beast. I really like going to thrift shops because it's always an adventure. I mean, I don't know what that is, but I want it. But more importantly, when it comes to props for just a quick little joke in the videos, that will be 5 seconds or less. I don't like the idea about being wasteful and buying things brand new. So every time it is possible, I either borrow things or just get it from Genbrook's shop. It's also more fun and it is for a good cause. But now that I have the mouse, I'm going to go get some treats for the dog as say thank you for helping me with the video. Now, I do have to figure out how the office of the dog looks like and then set up a desk. So this is the little dog desk. Hello.
Maybe I should let you do the thing.
When he's looking here and then you whistle suddenly, then he immediately turns to you and that's perfect. Oh, that was so good.
Yay!
Yes! We finished filming and it went really, really well. This was probably the cutest dog I have ever seen. And now I just want to get into it. I cannot wait to see if this will actually work. Look at this. It just looks at me perfectly. And then the way it clicks the mouse, perfect. Those little high effort, unexpected jokes that are very silly, almost surrealistic, are my favorite thing about those videos. Every time I get a chance to sneak one in any of the videos, it's the most excited I am about those videos and the most fun I'm having with those. Whether it is getting a Lamborghini just for a 5-second little joke, or dressing up in costumes, or any type of visual gag, I live for those. I love those so much. And they're just like a little gemstone hidden in those videos. And I like that they're unexpected. You never know when it will come. You never know if it will come. You may not even like it. But the fact that it is so silly and so high effort for basically nothing just makes me so excited. Thank you so much. To finish the day off, I am going to try and find a DVD, a physical DVD of a relatively unknown film from 1980, which I'm planning to make a video about. And I really want the physical DVD because it also features behind the scenes and the making of the film, which is unavailable anywhere on the internet. I was not able to find that anywhere. And if I want to do any research, which I do need to get my hands on that DVD. And on top of that, I also found a film magazine booklet about the making of the film, which I also ordered from Germany. It's not a German film, but I found it in Germany, so that is also on the way. And hopefully those two things should be here later this week. But that's it for today. Good start to the week and more to come. Not quite sunrise yet. I just woke up. It's a little bit early, but that is because I'm doing some acting in a different city. I'll explain more about that later. And then coming back home and editing for the most of the day and preparing the packaging for the video I'm about to release this week. Once again, it's time for the to-do list. I made it back a little bit later than I hoped for, so I am currently running behind, but hopefully we can make that difference. And regarding the acting, long story short, I do a little bit of movies, TV shows, and commercials. One, because I think it is really, really fun. And two, because it helps me make it work as a small YouTuber. Actually, I might make a video about finances. I think numbers are fascinating, and I have all types of spreadsheets lying around. So let me know if that is something that you might be interested in. And now I do have to get back to editing straight away because I am hoping to release this video this week and I'm on the verge of being too late. All right, so I'm ready with the A-roll, the footage of me talking to the camera. It was originally 2.5 hours and I trimmed it down to about 35 minutes and then I'm going to further reduce that for the final edit. Then I need to find all the right B-roll clips of the film and archival footage that I need to sprinkle around the video, and that can get a little bit tedious, especially when this film is 3.5 hours long. So if there's a very specific clip that is just a few seconds long that I need to find in this film, it is a lot of scrubbing back and forth. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also have to go through the footage of me watching the movie, which adds another additional 3.5 hours. Just in case I've made an interesting comment every now and then. Let's be honest, probably not. You know, working from home all by yourself is not that dissimilar than being in an office. Crazy weather, right? Bad news. I just found out that the DVD and the booklet that I ordered last night for the film that I wanted to make the next video about are both going to be significantly delayed, meaning that they will not arrive in time. I will not be able to watch them. I will not be able to research, to write the script, to make the video by the end of this month. And since my goal for this year is to publish 2 videos per month, I'm going to need a new plan. I am hopefully going to publish this video on Saturday the 17th, meaning that the next video will have to be published on Saturday again, the 31st, which will leave me with about a week and a half of production time. But today, I need to figure out the new idea. I need to figure out which video I'm going to work on now. Okay, I think I got it. So as mentioned, this week I am publishing the video about Das Boat, which is in the editing process and should be ready in time, hopefully. Then the video that I was originally planning for the end of January, I am going to push all the way through the end of February instead. In its place, I'm going to make a new video, and then in the beginning of February, I have already set up an interview with a very big Hollywood executive producer that I'm so excited to talk with. It's going to be awesome. So if it all works out, I have essentially the next 4 videos planned out, except I only need to figure out which video I'm going to make next. Rainy. Today it's going to be one of my favorite kinds of day where there's nothing in the calendar but just full-on back-to-back editing. I know I said last night that today I'm going to look at the idea list and decide what the next video is going to be, but the big priority of today is going to be to have a fully finished edit of the video that is going to be live this week. That is just simply more important right now. Alright, so the good news is that I managed to edit for most of the day, but the bad news is that despite of that, I am only about 50% ready with the video because it turns out it was more work than anticipated. And now I will not be able to continue editing because I just remembered, thank God I had it on Google Calendar, that I have an online meeting with the assistant of someone that I'm going to be interviewing for a future video. I have prepared a short list of questions, a few things that I'm really curious about. Yeah, that's more like it. Today it is going to be all about catching up because I feel like I am running behind on things more than I would like. But first, I am visiting a friend whose short film I'm producing. He's writing and directing, so we can look at the current draft and talk about it and get it to a stage where we both feel it's good enough to be published next week on a new shared YouTube channel we have started. He's supposed to pick me up. He's late. If you're watching the... here we go. Now you're coming. You're late!
Let's do the easy things first.
Yeah, that definitely looks a lot better.
Okay, and then one thing that I was thinking here.
Let's just keep it, because otherwise it just becomes too choppy.
My question is like, these two together, they are a bit funky, but what's your take?
I am back. I have a lot of energy for some reason. I think it is because I managed to finally look at my ideas list and fully commit and decide on what video I'm going to work on next. And I think I'll be able to find the DVD in a physical store in Copenhagen. So in theory, I should have it in my hands very soon. I just hope that the information I found online is correct. Otherwise, I'll be very, very screwed. But I'll worry about that later because right now I need to get back to editing. No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't know what happened. I've edited in Final Cut Pro for over 10 years at this point, and I have never seen that error message before. So I got a little bit freaked out, not gonna lie, but we're good. The progress is not lost. I'll just make a backup and get back to editing. Misty. Today, the video must be finished. There's no way around it, as well as completing a few smaller tasks that I've been sort of delaying throughout the whole week. Here's a little fun fact you may or may have not noticed, but every time there is a piece of text or any type of graphic really in my videos, it is always physically drawn on paper by me. So as you can see, it is on the paper, then I take a photo of it, and then I put it in the video. I've been doing this since the very first video, and I will never stop doing it. I've had people say that I should maybe create my own font or figure out a way to make it faster and more efficient because it does take quite a bit of time, but I don't know, it just feels to me like it adds a very personal touch, authentic touch. It is not perfect, sometimes it looks a bit funky, but I like that. I like a little bit of rawness and humanity in those videos, so I'll just not stop doing it. I'm also doing a little bit of accounting, maybe not the most exciting thing when you're thinking about YouTube, but you are technically self-employed, so it's important to be on top of that. Alright, I am happy to report that the video is finally officially done. It ended up being about 15 minutes long, and now I will look into things like the thumbnail, the description, making sure all the sources are in there, then writing the subtitles because every video on the channel has subtitles, and once all of that is done, it should be ready to go for tomorrow. Look how foggy it is. Alright, today is the day that the video is going live, but first, I hope I can find that DVD for the next video so I can start working on it straight away, because if not, I'll fail my 2 videos per month goal in the first month of the year. I really don't want that. Fingers crossed. That was hands down the best physical media store I have seen in Copenhagen, and boy did I had to leave quickly, because especially now that I have started collecting physical media, my wallet would have been in trouble. Alright, and just like that, it is time to publish. I'll be honest, every time I publish a video, it is exciting, but at the same time, nerve-wracking. So I'm going to step away from it for a little bit and then come back later to reply to any comments or make any adjustments if they're needed. And the thing is that you never really know which one is going to perform well. I've had a few videos do quite well. I've had one video do insanely well. And then the rest of the videos have been mostly fine. Now, that used to sting a little bit back in the day because I put the exact same amount of effort into all of them. But in the grand scheme of things, the channel is growing, and I truly believe that the marathon is more important than the sprint. I'm in it for the long run. I'm trying so hard not to show the cover. Alright, definitely a lot of good stuff. Nice. Look at that. Meanwhile, the video is doing okay, and I've gotten some pretty good comments about it, so far so good. Nice. Usually I take the day after publishing a video as a day off, but since I already know that next week is going to be a little bit chaotic, I want to get ahead on some of the things that I need to do. Alright, first thing first, let's see how the video is performing. I have not checked the analytics since last night, so... Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. As you can see, it is performing quite a bit above average, and we've already gotten 7 new subscribers out of it. Now I need to do a little bit of recording, and this is how my set looks like. This is me. I might actually make a video about it at some point because the whole thing is just on one desk. It is super easy to navigate, and it's been working great for me so far. Not what I just filmed, but I also did a little social media post because, yeah, you know, you gotta keep up with the times. Right, and to finish it off, I'm going to do a little bit of writing to put some of my initial thoughts and ideas into the draft of a script for the upcoming video. And then tomorrow is a new day, new week, rinse and repeat. But anyways, since you've made it all the way to the end of this video, I do have a question for you. And that is, what would you like to see more of? I do want to turn this channel into an interesting exploration of the behind the scenes of creativity, entrepreneurship, and just trying to navigate this interesting chapter of my life. And there is so much that I want to share and that is happening behind the scenes, but I'm also interested in what you think is interesting. So let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, off to writing.